Did you know that you cannot budget and save your way to wealth? Shoot, these days you can't even budget and save your way to financial security. Yikes! But I feel like you knew that. So, what do you need to do? You need to invest. Investing is to grow your existing money to make it make more money. Hey, it's me, Tiffany the Budgetnista, your favorite financial educator. And I have a little story time of the first time I tried to invest on my own. I was in my 20s. That was like 2 years ago. And I think, in my mid 20s, or no, I probably had just graduated college because I remember it was spring break and I met my friend. We'll call him Jake the thief, if you will. And Jake, I thought Jake was rich because he had all the trappings of what a rich person had: a really nice car, really nice apartment. He was always talking about all his investments. And at the time, I think I was going to get my master's, and I wanted to learn how to invest because I was a preschool teacher at the time, and I knew that the money that I was making teaching preschool was not going to be enough if I wanted to make myself comfortable. And really, I wanted to look after my parents. That was my big goal. I wanted to invest enough so I can live a comfortable life and I can retire my parents. So I told him that. He said, "Bet, I'm gonna teach you how to invest." I said, "Okay, look at me." I lucked up. That's what I thought. And Jake said, "Okay, here's one of the ways. I own a bunch of stores." He was from originally from France, Paris. He said, "I own a bunch of stores in Paris, and one thing about French people, they love American things, according to Jake." And he said they love Levi's, Converse, all these kind of like typical American things. We're gonna buy a bunch of these things, ship them to Paris to my stores, and it should generate you about $2,000 a week for 2 years. This sounds crazy when you say it out loud. I said, "Okay, say less." And he said, "So in order to buy those items, it's going to cost us $20,000 to buy these items." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, I don't have $20,000. He said, "Do you have credit cards?" I said, "Yes, the word stupid is written across my forehead. You can't see it? It's invisible ink." I said, "Yeah, I have a credit card." Well, I had one credit card. He asked me what the limit was, and I was in my young 20s, so it was maybe like 1,500 or something. He said, "No, you've got good credit, right?" I said, "Yes," because my dad, who was a CFO and an accountant, had like coached me to good credit. And he said, "Well, you can open up other credit cards and you could pull money off." And I was like, "I didn't know you could pull money off credit cards." He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right." Meanwhile, red flag, red flag, red flag. It's called I forget what it's called when you pull money off a credit card. Basically an advance, a cash advance, right? And so anyway, I went to the bank where I had the credit card opened, and I asked them for money off the credit card. And you would think, I think I only had to get one credit card because my credit score was so good. And so I went to the bank, and I remember distinctly, I must have looked like such a baby because I was wearing, when I taught preschool, they made us wear nurses' uniforms, like change into like basically play clothes so you can have fun with the kids. And my nurse's uniform had teddy bears all over the top, like, like the smock nurse's uniform. And I had matching pink scrub pants. So I must have looked like such a baby in my teddy bear top and pink pants and my Crocs. So I go to the bank on my lunch break. They kept me there forever. They're like, "Are you okay? Is somebody harassing you?" I was like, "No." You would think, red flag, red flag, red flag. So they finally gave me the $20,000 cash, honey. It looked like this. This is what I look leaving the bank. I was like, don't mind me, just walking through the streets of Newark with $20,000 cash. Okay. And then, so we had a contract. So I thought, like, oh, I'm official. That I did not have an attorney look at because, hello. And so we signed it. I gave him the money, and he promptly disappeared. It took me some months to realize that he had disappeared because he said it was going to take him time to like buy all the products or whatever. And so in the meantime, I now had this credit card that still had space on it. And I was like, well, I'm about to come into all this money, so I want to learn how to navigate it better. So I invested again in a course. And the course was $15,000, one of these online gurus. Right? You might be like, "You an online guru." I'm like, "Child, I don't got no $15,000 course." So I purchased it. So within 1 week, I went from zero credit card debt because I paid off my debt every month in full to $35,000 in credit card debt because I wanted to learn how to invest, but I didn't have the right teacher or coach. And so many bad things happened after that. So now I'm $35,000 in debt. I graduated with my master's, which was a good thing, but now I'm $52,000 in student loan debt, and I bought a condo around that time, so $220,000 in mortgage debt. And then a few years later, I lost my job. So now I had all this debt and no income. It was the recession, and my school was nonprofit based. They lost their funding. And I remember I was like freaked out. And because of that trauma, which I'm just now processing that was trauma, it took me 15 years, almost 15 years, to venture into investing again, right? So I have invested in, I have some real estate, and I have my business, obviously the Budgetnista, and my other businesses, right? But investing in a more traditional way. And I realized that I told myself, you can't do it, Tiffany, because you're not smart enough, or it's too hard for you, or whatever these things I was telling myself because of that incident. It really held me back from jumping out there again, and it held me back from making, more than enough money. I mean, I've been fortunate in that so many of my hopes and goals and dreams I've been able to accomplish, but that is the one area where I feel really shaky still to this day. So you're gonna meet Teacher Tiffany. This is your favorite Tiffany. I'm gonna put on my fake, I don't wear glasses just yet, but I love to put these on so I mean business. I got my glasses, and guess what? Teacher Tiffany reporting to duty. I got my pink pointer, okay? So I even have I took notes. So you're gonna see me look down, right? Because we're gonna walk through why investing is so important and why you can do it too. Why you can do it too. So one, let's bust some investing myths, okay? Myth number one, like I said, I'm looking at my notes. Myth number one, I don't have enough money to invest. Here's the thing. Truthfully, investing can help generate more money, but also too, that even if you don't have enough money to invest, what I really like is there are simulator tools that you can use that you can practice investing with paper or online money before putting your real money in. Because when you finally do have the money to invest, you don't want to now start learning. You want to be ready by the time you have the money. So that's myth number one. You don't have enough money, you can still practice. Number two, investing is too hard. Child, let me tell you something. I promise you're currently doing harder things. Do you have children? Much harder, okay? You know how long it took me to figure out how to lock my hair? Much harder, right? Maybe you have an exercise routine. Did you graduate high school? Do you have a college degree, certification? You go to work every day. I promise you on a daily basis that you are doing much harder things. And this is me talking to myself. I wish I looked. This is my fake mirror. Tiffany, mirror, mirror. You are already doing harder things. If you can do the things you're currently doing now, I promise you, investing is not as hard. You only think that because you didn't have a guide, or you had a tricky fake guide, right? So number three, myth busting of why you think you can't invest is, I don't have time. Here's the thing, that when you have help, my father was a whole CFO and an accountant. I should have reached out to him to teach me to invest, but I wanted to be grown. And what I realized is that time helps to cut the journey short, right? So maybe on your own is this, but you have someone to go with you. They're like, come with me this way, because I've been through this way before, right? And so you're literally creating some time for yourself, but really that if you have help, you will cut the journey short. I promise you. And also too, what's so beautiful about money is that you can help buy some time back. So one of the things that some of the ways I buy my time back, so I used to retighten my own hair. I actually have an appointment today, right? And so it would take me a full day to retighten my own hair, my locks. And now Katab, who does my hair, charges $120, and it takes me about 2 or 3 hours. So I get to buy back 10 hours of time, okay? Two, I remember when I didn't have the time to cook as much. I used to have a woman, Nisha, she's amazing, this West Indian a woman. And so when I didn't have the time to cook, some weeks I would have her cook for us for the week, So that's what I learned, is that with money, you can actually buy time back. So that's investing myth number 3. I don't have time. Investing myth number 4, investing is risky. Yes, there is risk involved with any sort of investing. But you know what's 100% risky? Inflation. That chick is a thief. Okay? A thief in the night. Excuse me, allergies. Here's the thing about inflation. Inflation, it will lower how much. So inflation says this. Oh, you thought you had $100. This is fake. This is my fake money, right? You see it says copy. You thought you had $100. Oh, this ain't $100. More like 80. That's what inflation does. Inflation said, oh, you scared? Look, oh, $50, $60. Inflation says, literally, inflation says this costs more over time, and this is worth less and less and less over time. That's what inflation does. So you think investing is risky. It literally is the only way to keep this up. So this $100, inflation is about to take its percentage. You add on with investing some extra money. You're like, whoo, to offset the fact that inflation is going to come around and take some of its due. So if you do this, then here comes inflation. Let's just say you add all this to your money. Inflation says, give me my money. You still got your $100 plus a little something. That's what investing allows you to do. So although, yes, there are risks involved in any sort of investing, that it's even riskier to not grow your money because you're guaranteed to lose. Guaranteed to lose, okay? Also, too, like compound interest. Compound interest is one of the 7 wonders of the world, meaning that when your money makes money for you, then that collective money makes money for you. So it's like a seed. So let's just say you have this little itty bitty apple seed, right? And then you plant it, you look after it. Planting an apple seed is like investing. You look after it, you take care of it. That apple seed then grows into a tree trunk. That tree trunk then grows what? Branches. And guess what grows on branches? Apples. Guess what grows in apples? Seeds. More seeds, right? And so that is compound interest. It's when you can take one thing, use it to grow this strong core base that grows more fruit for you, and the fruit bears more seeds to the point where no one has to give you any seeds, you grow your own. So if done right, you can minimize your risk by investing in such a way that you continue to grow interest. Because here's the thing about not investing, that one, like I said, inflation is going to take that money from you, but also two, that even if you put your money in savings, right now savings accounts are giving you like 4% or whatever. Inflation is like 3 point something percent. So your savings is giving you this, inflation is taking this. And so you're really like barely making net. You're barely keeping what you've actually earned. And so it's riskier almost not to invest. And then 5, right? I'm talking about, look at my, leave it to the pros. Here's the thing, pros make mistakes. It took me years to find the financial advisor I use now. She's an amazing pro. But I still have to check because I've had friends where pros have made mistakes that have cost them tens of thousands of dollars. Also, if you do have a financial advisor or a certified financial planner, that's great. Now you can have a more intelligent conversation with them and say, well, I was in the market and I was looking at this and I noticed that my ETFs and I noticed my returns are not being matched here. You can have intelligent conversation. These are the 5 myths that we're busting them, okay? And so the reason why I'm here on this page is because I wanted to introduce you to my own personal investing coach. Her name is Teri Ijeoma, and she's amazing. So when I made the mistake of choosing the wrong coach early on. So this time I said I'm not doing that again. I did my research, and because I want to change the trajectory of my life. Investing in real estate is great, but the problem is it's locked in real estate. Investing in business is great, but the problem is with business, it's not passive. You have to work, right? So I want to add on to those things by investing traditionally into the market, because eventually I'm not going to want to be the budgetnista anymore. Maybe when I'm 60 or 70 or maybe earlier. And I want to still have access to creating more income for myself, or to put the money that I did make and put it away in such a way that it can grow me money. So I wanted to introduce you to my investing coach, who after vetting her for a long time, that I reached out to. Okay, can I introduce you? Let me take out more about her. Okay? So let me tell you about my investing coach. So I wrote down some things because she's amazing. So my investing coach, Teri, went to MIT. That's where the smarties go, okay? There's Princeton, there's Yale, and there's MIT. Engineers, right? That's where the astronauts go. And so what I really love about Teri, too, is that she was an educator. Y'all know I was a teacher for 10 years. So for 10 years, she was a vice principal. And so an educator, I wanted someone who really specialized in education. So much so that Teri has taught over 35,000 students, many of which made over $1,000 in a day. Honey, look at that. Oh, my. It's not paper money for them, it's real money. And I asked Teri earlier this year if she would coach me. That I've been watching her for a while. We started to become friends. And I said, would you coach me? She said, absolutely. And then she said, just so you know, I actually have a live masterclass coming up in April. And I said, okay. She said, do you think your dream catchers would want to join? And I said, I think so. And so it's April 15th. Okay, yes, I wrote it down because you already know. April 15th to the 19th. Okay, it's 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every night. And day one, it's the first 2 days are knowledge. The last 3 days are doing. So knowledge, day one, and understanding the stock market. She's gonna run through the stock market, understand like its history, why you should be in it. Day one. Day two, learn about indexes. She's gonna talk to you about like indexes are a way to invest that minimize risk, and also too, they're more passive than active, so you don't have to do as much work. 2 days, first 2 days. Day three, we're gonna open a brokerage account. Where do you buy and sell and put your money, child? I have like four because I'm indecisive Susie. I'm a Libra. So it's like, what do you look for in a brokerage account? Where should you open up a brokerage account to put your money in before you buy your first stock? That's day three. We're gonna open it up together, right? Day four, this is exciting, buy our first stock. Hello, we get to it. We get to it. So buy our first stock. What's so awesome about buying your first stock is that, let's just say you're like, I don't have money to buy my first stock. This is when you can do your paper money. This is when you can use the simulator. But I want you to practice making your first stock payment. And then day five, we're going to sell our first stock. Okay? And so literally you get to get the mechanics. Didn't I say last 3 days mechanics? First 2 days, just like knowledge. And so this 5-day masterclass, I'm really, really excited. I decided that I was so excited about this 5-day masterclass. I said, Teri, anybody who joins and through the link, like if you click the button below, I'm going to add a little stank on it, right? And so there are 2 ways that you can attend the masterclass. One, you can just do the 5 live days, right? You're going to get the 5 investment classes and 5 additional lessons with guest speakers, right? Like I said, every day from the 15th to the 19th, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? But I'm going to put a little stank on it. I'm going to give you, based upon my New York Times bestseller, Get Good Money, I'm going to give you an ebook, a Learn to Earn ebook. It's $50 in value. So the masterclass is $97, right? This ebook that I'm going to give you is $50 in value. I'm going to give it to you. It's because some of you are like, I don't have the money, and it'll help you to learn to earn to make the money to invest in the market. That's if you just sign up for the 5-day live class, right? Then you actually have a VIP. I have to write it down because you know my memory. This is my syllabus. Y'all think I be playing? I'm a teacher for real, okay? I'm looking at my objectives. I'm like, the objectives are, right? And so if you sign up for the VIP ticket, this is what Teri's going to give you versus what I'm going to give you. The VIP ticket is an additional $197, right? So it's like $294 altogether. The 5-day class plus the VIP is $294. So an additional $197. You're going to get, obviously, the 5-day masterclass. You're going to get the 5 guest speakers. You're also going to get 5 exclusive speaker interviews. This is from Teri. And Teri said she's going to do a bonus lesson. I think she's actually going to do 6 days for y'all. So a bonus lesson and replay. Some of y'all keep asking me about the replay. It comes with the VIP upgrade. But on top of that, I said I'm going to put extra stank on it. You sign up for the live, I'm going to give you $50 worth of bonuses. If you sign up for the VIP, I'm going to give you $1,000 or $999 worth of bonuses. This is Budgetnista bonuses. This don't got nothing to do with Teri. That's why you got to click my button. Okay? So for her class. So one, I'm going to give you the Learn to Earn ebook that I said that I'm going to give you if you sign up for just the master classes. I'm also going to put in another ebook for investing for retirement, because Teri's teaching us investing mostly for wealth, but I'm going to do an ebook investing for retirement. Not only are you going to get so those ebooks are both $50 in value, right? And then I'm going to do a Learn to Earn live 2-hour class later on in April. Just me and you must never part. That class is worth $350. So it's like, that class is, how do I get the money together to actually invest? I'm teaching that in April, 2 hours. This is just me. It has nothing to do with Teri. I'm just adding the stank on it if you become a VIP. And then the 4th thing, I am going to give you 1 month free to my Literature Academy. It's my online school that teaches financial education. And what's so amazing about that is this is worth $50 for this 1 month. And I've already graduated 150,000 students since it opened 8 years ago. This school has been bumping, okay? So you're going to get that. And my favorite, I had to write it down because I know how my memory be. Child, this is now, $500 in value, a pop-up Facebook group. Why? Because for the 6 days as VIPs, for the 6 days, you're going to have questions. You're going to need answers. And plus, too, I want somebody to work alongside. So we're going to do this pop-up 6-day Facebook group. And in it is where we can navigate together. This is just for VIPs. And because I'm actually flying to South Carolina to meet Teri when she's doing her live lessons, because I'm one of the interview speakers she's going to interview. I'm going to be doing alone. I told y'all before. I had said this before. I'm going to be on live. Teri, now that we have you live in the kitchen, we've got questions. So we're going to do a little behind the scenes. No one else is going to be able to do this because other people are sharing this 5-day live masterclass, but no one else is going to have access. Like I'm going to have access behind the scenes. I'm going to say, write down your questions. I'm about to see Teri in the living room. And we're going to ask her questions live, and we get a little bonus. Don't tell her I told you, but that's what was happening. So that pop-up group is worth $500. So all those things, the pop-up group, the Literature Academy, 1 month, the 2 ebooks, and the class, that's about $1,000, $999 worth of value on if you upgrade to VIP. Oh my gosh. And so what are the next steps? You're going to click whatever links below that tells you like to join or sign up. And you're going to see like name, email, phone number. This allows me to send you your Budgetnista bonuses that you'll get the first day of class, which is April 15th. So you're going to fill in name, email, phone number. So I can send you your Budgetnista bonuses that I just mentioned, right? And then after you do that, you click submit. It's going to take you to the payment page where you'll have to put your name and email again because it's a separate payment page and your payment. You'll see the option to potentially do the $97, for the 5-day live, and then my bonus, I'll give you that, and then, or the $294, which is the VIP with replay and all the stuff I mentioned, plus my $1,000 worth of bonuses. Yeah, honestly, I'm just trying to think that I'll leave anything out, because my note, I have my syllabi. I want to make sure that you have everything that you need. Yeah, honestly, I'm really excited because here's the thing. We started off friends. You know me, I'm such a fool. But honestly, I have seen the power of investing in my business, investing in real estate, how it has transformed my life. I can only imagine when I finally shake this fear off, because I now have a coach, to walk into investing in the market, to add that, because I'm telling you, my real estate friends, stressed. My business friends, I'm business friend, stressed. When I see my friends in the market, not that they're not stressed, but they have the ability to make money on demand for themselves, if that makes sense. And I want to add that to the mix for myself. And so, yeah, I hope to see you in class because I'm a student too. I vet. I don't play. This is not just me being like, oh, no. I'm doing all this because this is my coach. And I have vetted her. I am going to be a student along with you, so much so that we're going to be in a group together, not me as an expert, but me as a student. And this is one of many kind of like partnerships that I want to share Teri with you. So you will get used to seeing her, because after we go back past the beginner stuff, I want to take it to the next level and be like, now what, Teri? Teach us that. Then what? Teach us that, And so I'm excited to just take these baby steps and to see you inside. Okay, click that button, sign up, child. I'm going to see you soon.